Hello everyone. In the previous video we saw how to load a tile set that is this thing, and then create a tile map that will render specific tiles in a specific position. So in the next step we are going to create a model for the snake, and we are going to render it. So first of all, we are going to create a snake model. We are going to make it a data class, for example, and the snake is going to be defined by positions, I guess, by a list of positions, list of pointings that is going to be points in the grid. So the snake could start like empty, and then we are going to well, let's not start it empty. Let's start it with a specific point, for example 10 10, and then pointing 11 10, and this is going to be our snake. Then we are going to provide a method that is going to be render, and this render method is going to get the tile map data. The tile map data is where we put the specific tiles. So we are going to pass the map for rendering it. So snake.render, and the map is this map. Okay. Now here we are going to iterate over our positions, point in list, and then we are going to use point X and point Y and we are going to use the tile, and here we have our snake with the ground tiles. But it's our snake. So for example, now we are going to move it downwards, and that's it. So with this, we can now use key maps to grow the snake. In order to grow the snake, we are going to create a method that is going to create a new snake with the new position. For example, with orientation, with move, for example, and maybe we are going to create an N. Here we have orientation. Let me check. Orientation, slice orientation. Image orientation, maybe this one. No. Now let's create, I don't know how it was called. Map orientation. No. So, okay, let's create a new that is going to be snake movement or snake direction. That is going to be up, down, left and right, and with this we are going to provide that direction. Also this is going to provide a vector, an integer vector with the delta position. So this vector is going to be 0, -1 for the up. It's going to be +1 for the y, and -1 for the x here, and +1 here. And with this vector, we are going to use the last point we have, and we are going to add that delta vector, and then we are going to use the list and add this one. And this is going to be our next snake. So this is going to be our next snake. This is going to be the previous list of points with a new point that is going to be the latest point plus this vector with the right direction. So here we are going to also, this is immutable. So I'm going to make this snake a variable instead of a constant, and I'm going to snake direction right. I'm going to change the snake and then render it. So now if I press the right, as you can see here, we have the new snake. Then I'm going to do the same for the rest. And before that, we are going to refactor to avoid duplicating this code. So we are going to create a move snake method that is going to use the direction, and it is going to do all from here. So now the left is going to do move snake direction left, right the same, and up, down, and down. So now we should be able to, as you can see, we can move the snake. Okay, now we are going to use the proper tiles. We are going to use the proper tiles for the snake. So to do that, we are going to select the right tile here, and we will have to rotate the tiles and everything. So for now, let's we have the tail of the snake, and we also have the head of the snake. So and we are going to use this straight tile. Let me use this grid from here. We are going to use this tile both for moving horizontally and for moving vertically, rotated. And the same is going to be for the tail. And this is for turning. So when we change from the left or the right to the up or the bottom, we are going to use this tile. Rotated, but we are going to use this tile. So let's start. So in order to figure out to figure out which style to use, we need to know the direction of the movement of the snake. So for example, in the first, let me reload this. So here in the first case, we are moving from the left to the right, and then from the up to down. So here we should use this tile, because we are moving from the left to the right. But since this is this is the tail, this is the first tile, we should use this one. So for the first position in the snake, we are going to have a different behavior. So we will need to know if we are going to render the tail or the head. So to do that, we are going to use this with index, and we are going to have the index. And with the index, we know if it is the tail, if the index is 0, and it is going to be the head. If the index is the size of the list -1. So this is going to tell us if we are using the tail or the head. For the tail, we are going to use the tile that is this is the 0 tile and this is the 1 tile. So for the tail of the snake, we are going to use tile 1. So we are going to check if we are in the head, in the tail, or in the rest of the snake. So for the case of the tail, we are going to use the tile 1, and for the case of the head, we are going to use the tile 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth. So this is the fourth, and for the rest, we are going to use 0, 1, 2, the tile 2 or the tile 3. Okay, so this is the snake. As you can see here, we are using the body and here the tail. But as you can see, it is not rotated as expected. So let's start by rotating the head. And to do so, we will need to know the direction of the movement. To do so, we are going to use 2 different points. So here we have the current point, but we will also need the previous point. The previous point is going to be list get on or null, because it can't be undefined. Index -, and if it's when index is 0, this is going to be null. So here we can use the same point, for example, for now. Later we will figure out. This is also get or else. So let's use this. And now we have the previous point and the next point. We can compare them to figure out if we are moving in the horizontal or the vertical. So if the point x, we are going to use this snake direction for this case, and then we are going to provide from points a snake direction from points that is going to use a point 1, a first point, and then a second point, and it's going to indicate in which direction the snake is moving. So for example, if the position is the new position, let's use pref and next. If the next position, or rather new and old, maybe, if the new position x is greater than the old position x, it is going to be moving to the right. in all the cases for this is true. This is not considering diagonals, but I think it's fine for now. And maybe for this game it's expected. So let's do the same for the rest. And so, and then let's create a new one that is going to be none, 0, 0. So in this case we are going to use none. Now we can create a chain of else ifs and we can convert this in a when, and this is the normalized variant. Now we can remove those, and now we can get the direction from the previous point and the current point. And now here we have the direction. Okay, so for the head, let's use a when for now. And well, let's start with the tile. Let's start with this tile, and then let's rotate it as required. So here we are going to provide the tiles, and now for the down, we have this tile, we have to rotate it to the right by 1. Then for the left, we have to rotate it twice, or flip it. It also should work. And for the up, we should have to rotate it to the left. Rotate it to the left. So now, as you can see, the head is now correct. Also, you can see that here we have a small gap. We will fix it. We will fix it in the next video. What else? So now we have the head working right, as expected. Now we have to do the same for the body of the snake. So let's do something similar. And let's do the same as here. And now the body, so we are using, so this is correct, except for when we are changing the direction. So in this case we should use this style. So let's think about this. Let's make a change so this is restarted. Here we have, let's print the direction we have for every time. So this is none and this is right. This is the tile we come from, but we will also need to know the we will also need to know the next one. So the next point is going to be this one, and we will need the next direction. Next point and the current point, and the direction is and the end there. So let's also print this, and now we have this. The first one comes from none and moves to the right, and this one in the middle comes from the right and moves to the down. So let's create here also horizontal is horizontal is going to be false for up and down, and it's going to be true for left and right, and here also false, for example. Well, here it's going to be null to avoid problems. So now we are going to check if there is a change in horizontality for the if there is a change in horizontality for the previous direction, the direction it comes from, and the direction we are going to, and I'm going to do that in the next video. So see you in the next video.